stadium. Ball is teed up. Chris Boswell to do the honors. And we're off for Matt Crusher. From his own end zone, here we go. Oh, he's showing some burst on this return. And in great shape after that return. He's across the 35 before going out. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Play fake, it's Love. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. And they'll have it a little shy of the 40 as he goes out. They pick up 20 yards there. And it'll be 1st down, Packers.
You know what I like about that, Kate? I like that they're not coming out slow. They're willing to go with some looks here that will yield big yardage down the field instead of just settling for dinking and dunking the ball.
They send a man in motion. Here's Josh Jacobs getting his first look on the ground. And he gets it forward to still about a yard out of that. Tackling like his dad, Joey Porter Jr. making that play. Manages just a yard on 1st down. Now it's going to be 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
On 2nd down, Jacobs. Down the sideline inside the 30. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
You know, it is so refreshing for these running backs when they have space to run. It's hard. There's so many collisions between the tackles. When they get on the edge and have green grass, you know, the best of them take advantage of it.
They'll run, Jacobs. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. Give him 4 on that play, so now they've got 2nd and goal.
Hey, I get it on 1st and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
The shot to the end zone is incomplete.
I love the mobility here. It starts great, escapes the pressure, get out of harm's way. You just wish if you're the offense here, you could have found a completion to keep in rhythm.
Buckle up, it's 3rd and goal. Shotgun now for Love. Caught near the pylon. And he pushes it all the way to the goal line, but goes out at the 1.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL, everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
They bring their tight end left. Love throwing on 4th. And this is going to be a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers finish up an excellent opening series. Once it became goal to goal, Brock, that field goal team just didn't feel like they were ever going to see the field. This team was committed to making a statement on the opening series, even if it meant leaving the offense out there on 4th and goal.
Yeah, I think that's really well said, Kate, for a couple reasons. Number one, you do get a chance to finish, right? And so you do all this work to get there, you want to finish it. But you also know if you don't get it, well, you set your opponent up with some really bad field position. I love that decision.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Cordero Patterson now to return. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Now running for the first time with Jalen Warren. And he gets him around 6 there. Brought down by Quay Walker. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid gain, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Warren once more. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Ball at the 33 for 1st down. First carry for the versatile vet Cordero Patterson. And they're able to grind him to a halt after a pickup of 4. And we will not get another play. That's going to do it for the 1st quarter. Neither side separating much so far. More from Acrisure Stadium after the break. Second quarter, all queued up and ready to go. It's Steeler football. They start with 2nd and 6. From the 37. Gets this one to Cordero Patterson. Pickup of a few as he heads out of bounds.
When there's heat, that blitz coming off the snap, that QB's eyes, you could see it right away. He got to his check down in a hurry. But, Kate, here's the key. Quarterback and running back have to be on the same page. The two were right there, and it netted some positive yards.
Wilson on 3rd down. Complete beyond the marker. And the tackle's made just beyond midfield at the 48. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Steelers 1st down. Up the middle, here goes Patterson. And they make the stop, we're going to say at about the 37-yard line. It's a pickup of 11. And it'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down. Markers reset, ball at the 37. 1st down, and they go right back to him. And he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Shotgun snap for Wilson. Completed here to Pickens. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Eric Stokes getting there for the stop.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Throwing on third, Wilson. Buys time, rolling right. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up fourth down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. Blitz coming, Russ. He connects downfield on fourth. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out. They'll keep this drive moving and come to the line for 1st and 10. Patterson trying this straight ahead. And he can only get a lone yard. Took a couple of guys to haul him down near the line.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Wilson now from the gun. Cut near the goal line. And not quite a touchdown, but he's down to the 4 before going out. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal. Warren can't fight past that line. They stop him at the 3. The Steelers calling their first timeout. So from the 3, here's 2nd and goal. Looking for it with Warren. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Pittsburgh will go ahead and use its 2nd timeout. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Where you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
They've held him out twice. Here we go, 3rd and goal. Williams coming in motion right. Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he gets in, touchdown. The Steelers earn the chance to tie before halftime. Mike Williams, the touchdown. Chris Boswell for the point after. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers start off well to tie things 7-7. Now Boswell on to send this away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. The clock reads 24 seconds now as the final drive of this half begins. Kicks the handoff, now Love. He throws a bullet deep to the right side. Big gain downfield. It's a Green Bay touchdown. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just gotta ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you gotta win right from the jump. And you gotta protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one right down the middle. And the Packers break that tie and now lead by 7. On now is McManus to kick this away. Patterson now to return it. Tries to power through him, and the ball is loose. And this is going to stay with the offense as he makes the recovery.
Just look at everyone flying down the field. And when they fly down the field, they got 2 things in mind, Kate. Number 1, get the returner down. And number 2, separate the ball if you can. It's rare that it happens, but it sure is exciting when it does.
On 1st and 10, here's Love. And they don't connect there, so only 6 seconds remaining.
Yeah, that's one that's going to haunt him. There's just no question about it. A drop touchdown in the end zone. Now comes the mental toughness part of it. You got to flush that play quickly so you can make an impact later.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Putting a receiver in motion. A 2nd down throw here for Love. And he breaks up that throw for the moment. A good defensive play as we hear what this flag's about. So march it forward after they accept the penalty. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This is from 35 out on the left hash. And the kick by Folk is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
You do 'em, offense. What? Hey, alert! Downfield. He's been open all day. Run left. Let's go.
Patterson running to the left. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
Best run games in this league at balance can run it inside, and as they just showed right there, doing damage on the outside.
Running back sent in motion. Wilson with it on 1st. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Man in motion here. On the handoff, Patterson. And they get him down after a quality pickup to about the 36. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite out of the big meal between them and the first down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now. Russ now from the gun. Heaves this one for the back of the end zone. And they really went for it on 3rd down, didn't they? But the heave falls incomplete. Now they're facing 4th down.
Just something off in the rhythm of their passing game on that one, Kate. Time to recalibrate and keep throwing it to get back on track.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. They've got a man in motion. Fourth down, Wilson throwing. He's trying another one deep. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line.
You know, Kate, one of the tenets of the West Coast system that I was fortunate to play in, touchdown to check down. Touchdown to check down. You get in the red zone, it's touchdown to check down. You can't put the ball in harm's way. That's a brilliant job by the defense with their coverage, baiting the quarterback into the throw. But you got to sail that one into the stands. Touchdown or check down. You can't possibly give an interception in that situation.
They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Signals, and looks like we've got a timeout before that 1st down play. As that'll leave him with just 2 to use the rest of the way. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Throwing from his own end zone. Into the hands of Romeo Dobbs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. Play clock down to 0, and the flags come out. A little slow to operate the offense, and they're going to back it up as a result of that penalty. Set him back 5. It's 1st and 15 after the penalty. They'll run here following the penalty. And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Brought to the ground by Dante Jackson. Offense to the line for 2nd down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. He smartly won't risk something here and just chucks it away.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Love from the gun. He lets one fly deep downfield. He's got it inside the 25. It's a huge pickup on the play. And that's good for a Green Bay first down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Reed's got it. And he's tackled for a short gain. Three quarters in the books from this one. The Packers with it. They have the lead late, but this game is close.
Move in here, guys. Shut them down. Get them. Stop, defense. Let's get some momentum here, D. Ready up.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Handoff here to Jacobs. And they corral him after a minimal gain to the 21. They push it forward for a yard, and that brings up 3rd and 8. Love out of the shotgun. On target to Musgrave. And he goes out of bounds after getting them to the 7. 14 yards on a nice play there, and it gives them 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Shotgun give now to Jacobs. Punches it in. Touchdown, Green Bay. The Packers can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. He would not be denied that close to the end zone, Brock. I think it might have taken 5 or 6 guys tackling him to keep him from diving across the line for 6.
Certainly a second effort touchdown, no question. The backs who become fan favorites, we've seen it through the generations, and they set the curve for their peers, are the ones who just fight through that stop. It will not be denied of a touchdown.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Patterson now to return it. And the return sets them up just beyond their own 20. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
2nd and 3. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. One alligator, two alligator, three alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
From the gun on third down, Wilson. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on fourth. From the gun, it's Wilson. They connect for the first. And he'll get it up to the 44. They hit for 16 yards on fourth down, and a drive we all thought had stalled out is going to carry on. That brings us to the 2-minute warning in Pittsburgh. Steelers trying to make it look a little nicer on that scoreboard. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. Russ is cooking again. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. Hurry up offense now as time runs down. Trying again following the sack. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. No luck finding his receiver that time. So they're left facing 3rd and long. They kick the running back in motion. Here he is on 3rd and long. Trying to push it deep downfield. Well, they had the look, certainly didn't shy away from it, but couldn't connect, and now they're stuck facing 4th down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, you can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th. Running back sent in motion. Desperation time here on 4th. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it deep downfield. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
I try to remind you, time to true kick, that you always got to start and read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were, and the QB just nailed it.
Completed here to Pickens. And he'll go down. Looks like they're marking him at the 11.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a 1st down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes 2nd and 3rd down a whole lot easier to manage.
And he makes the catch on the sideline. Oh, but they call it out of bounds. This close to 6.
Quarterbacks, well, they're a lot like sharpshooters in the NBA. Sometimes they're just going to miss. You got to shake it off and keep on firing.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Sticking in the air with Wilson. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers get it back to within 2 possessions. George Pickens, the touchdown. That one not easy, Brock. Threading the needle there. Boy, there was a lot of traffic in the end zone, but he still found his man.
Yeah, you don't really recommend challenging double coverage in the end zone in this league, but when you give your receiver a chance in that spot, that's what they love. And sometimes you just have to trust that your guys are better than the ones surrounding him, and he'll go make that play anyway.
And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
That is a gold star effort by the defense. First and foremost, you got to defend against the run on this short of a field. To do that and adapt in time to force an incompletion, that's a win-win.
Waste of time.
The Steelers calling their first timeout. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. They'll time making this all but impossible, but they're going to try for the onside kick here anyway. And this is recovered by the Packers hands team. They're going to win this game.
Hey, the numbers don't lie. The numbers tell you, Kate, time and again, it is so hard to recover these onside kicks. And when you got an opponent prepared for it, well, that makes it even more difficult. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So it's the visiting Packers who